My name is Chanel Nethel, and I'm representing Blacks for Equal Rights. We're interviewing today Reverend Perry Moore, and we're at an event at Faithful Central, which KJLH is sponsoring, about the Stand Your Ground law. And we would like to hear his opinion about how he feels with what's going on today around the country with the Trayvon Martin case, and also with his personal experiences with being a black male in America. Reverend Moore, we first want to ask a question about Trayvon. How do you feel about this incident with Trayvon Moore? Trayvon Martin. What do you feel about what happened to him?
What happened to Trayvon Martin is exactly the same thing that happened to Emmett Till and many others around the country. I'm a child of the 50s. I was born in the 50s, so I grew up in the 60s. And I remember that in my native St. Louis, it had gotten so bad, the police killing, that we put stencils on the walls that said, "Stop white police from killing us." We had these stencils all across the city, and eventually white police stopped killing us. What happened with Trayvon, sadly, is something that is systemic, endemic, part of the American culture, part of the American fabric. And what we have to be is like mobs. We have to eat that out. We just have to destroy it and burn it up, start over, because it's not going to change. We can legislate all day long. We can make laws all day long. But because laws do not change a person's thinking, racism is a fault, and it grows from there. So what happens with Trayvon is actually something that is a result of what has always happened here, what will always continue to happen here as long as we allow it.
Okay, I want to ask you a question. What about your personal experience? What personal experience as a black man have you had in America being discriminated against as a black man? Be it in your workforce, be it with the police. What is your personal experience as a black man?
Ooh, we'd have to go back a whole lot of years. I remember in my old neighborhood in St. Louis, when white police were killing us and putting us under the cars and making it look as though one of us had done it. So they created their own statistics. They said, we killed, but we didn't kill our friends. We didn't kill the people that we grew up with. We didn't kill the people that we first heard the Temptations with. We didn't kill those people. The police killed those people. So what happens out of that is the same thing that I went through back when I was a child, when a policeman hit me one day. It's what I went through less than 3 weeks ago, walking in my own neighborhood. The reason I'm in this sling is because three cops in my own neighborhood, my own policemen, drove up, jumped out of their car as if I were Kunta Kinte. I was a runner for them.
What?
And jumped out of their car and onto me. No, may we see your license. No, may we have some ID. No, nothing. And I have all of this whole right side ripped out because the police do exactly what they did more than 40 years ago.
Now let me understand this. Now here you are, Reverend. You're a pastor.
I am.
You are a minister.
I am. Didn't matter.
Yes. So that's really what's called profiling.
Racial profiling.
They could not see your title.
They didn't see my title. They didn't see my dress.
So you are a good Samaritan. You help the community. You work within the community. You're into church, and they can see that all they saw was that you were a black man.
That's all they saw. As a matter of fact, I work with 3 of the poorest areas here in Los Angeles. And one of the things that I realize and understand is that we need education programs. People talk about anything they want to talk about. They can talk about boycotts, and I'm a boycott. I boycott several companies, Shell included. But education. I know young black men 16, 17, 20, 21 years old who can't read the back of a gun wrapper. What I'm trying to do in the 3 areas that I work in is that I'm trying to create reading programs. Not only reading programs for to get GEDs, I want them to get high school diplomas. I want them to go to college. So we're starting, reading programs. I was one day realizing I was reading the Bible in 3 languages simultaneously, and one brother can't read the Bible with me in 1 language. So these are the kind of things that I'm on. And no, they didn't see my title. They didn't see my clothing. They didn't see the way I was dressed. They didn't see anything. They didn't see my wife. They didn't see my family. They didn't see anything. They just saw black man. And they racial profile. It's obvious. Because one of the things I have to be is one of the things that they said that I am. First, they said I was homeless. Well, there's no law against being homeless. Then they said I was loitering. Well, there's a law against loitering, but not when you're walking in your own neighborhood. Third, they said I was someone who was wanting to rob. Well, we understand that. Then they gave a name of a person who doesn't live in my neighborhood, and everybody in my neighborhood knows me, and I know them. I make it my business. And another thing, and the last thing that's probably most important, whenever I see a black person, a white person, a green person, any person being pulled, being stopped, being hurt, being harmed, I stop. And I watch until the police say, no, we're just checking their ID. And I say, I'm here to ensure that you do.
I know what you feel like. We do the same thing. We have been, sometimes we just walk the bus stops and the police pull up on a black young male. We stand there and we let them know that we're watching you.
We're watching you.
We let them know that we're watching you and we're taking notes. But I want to thank you again today for your interview. Thank you for getting the word out there. People, racial profiling on black men, black women, black children is still going on in America. It needs to stop. We helped build this country, and we are tired, okay, with the Trayvon case, with all the cases. We're going to stand together, and we're going to fight back. Thank you. Thank you, Reverend Moore. Thank you for this interview. Thank you.